Hi, I'm Leah Lane. I'm the curator of Collections for Preservation Virginia, and I'm here today at Colonial Williamsburg because I am taking a look at one of our textile treasures.
I visited Colonial Williamsburg's curators of textiles, Kim Ivey and Neil Hurst, to help me analyze the large pieced quilt tops shown here. This 18th century bed cover is among the earliest known American pieced quilts, and we believe it was made here in Virginia. The materials used are dress silks and velvets, including rich brocades, woven textiles with metallic threads, and even ribbons, like the one used to outline this central square. We know that at least some of the material was cut from actual garments, as we can see evidence of picked out stitches and pinking. Portions were created using paper templates, the fragments of which are still present in a few places. One of the big questions I had was, who done it? When the quilt top was donated in 1928, it came with a family history that named Mary Jacqueline as the maker. Mary was born in 1713 in Gloucester, Virginia. She married John Smith in 1737. Her marriage announcement in the Virginia Gazette newspaper described her as, quote, an agreeable young lady of merit and fortune. This fortune was dependent on the enslavement of human beings. Throughout her life, Mary and her family were enslavers. So this quilt might not have been created by Mary alone. The skilled craftsmanship of an enslaved woman may also be recorded in these stitches. But Mary Jacqueline Smith could not have done this quilt top. The expert eyes of Neil and Kim studied the many dress silks incorporated into the object, and they determined that they ranged in date from the 1750s to as late as the 1780s, after Mary's 1764 death. There are many questions that remain about this object, including the real maker. But other aspects are curious too. The quilt top was never finished. The edges were left unhemmed. It was never backed with fabric or quilted through. The colors are bright on both in the front and the back, meaning it wasn't likely used or placed on view in a household. Light damages the colors we see on textiles. It seems the maker folded it away without putting on those finishing touches, and it survives for us today as a result. Our research is ongoing. One strong candidate for the maker is Mary Jacqueline Smith, the granddaughter of the Mary Jacqueline Smith who we originally thought was the maker. She was orphaned at the age of 4 and grew up in her uncle's household outside of Winchester, Virginia. Like her grandmother, this Mary Jacqueline Smith also benefited from the institution of enslavement, and the craftsmanship of a once known, skilled Black woman may be represented in this quilt top. Family stories are a wonderful source for research on objects, but they can sometimes get muddled as the stories are passed from one generation to the next. It's easy to imagine that two women who, before the granddaughters' marriages, had identical names, that they could be mixed up in memories. Now stay tuned as we continue to learn more about this textile treasure.